The library fell into a heavy silence as the sound of paper fluttering was drowned by cruel laughter. 4 boys towered over a shy girl curled into the corner of the reading section. Her hoodie had been ripped, books scattered, her sketchbook stomped on. "Oops," one of them sneered, nudging her broken glasses with his shoe. "Didn't see you there, Mouse." Her name was Mei Tanaka, small-framed, quiet, always with a book in her hand or sketchpad on her lap. The kind of girl most people overlooked until now. But today, they picked the wrong girl. Mei had transferred to Northridge High just a few months ago. Her family had moved from Kyoto, Japan, hoping for a better life. For Mei, it meant leaving behind her dojo, her neighborhood, her language, her comfort zone. She sought refuge in stories and silence, letting the world pass around her. She said little, kept to herself, and hoped her quiet days would go unnoticed. But her silence wasn't weakness, it was discipline. Years of martial arts training had taught her control. She had earned black belts, not to fight, but to grow. Still, none of that meant anything here, in a place where people only saw what was on the surface. She tried to fit in, smiled when spoken to, looked down when mocked. But in a school filled with noise and egos, the quiet ones stood out in the worst ways, especially to people like Tyler Briggs. Tyler was the golden boy, a loud, arrogant athlete who never got told no. His entourage, Logan, Dean, and Josh, laughed louder when he mocked someone. They didn't like things they couldn't understand. May's silence, her drawings, her world, it all made her a target. It began with jokes. "China doll," they whispered. Then her sketches were snatched, her artwork torn, her name distorted in hallways. May swallowed the hurt and buried it beneath layers of discipline. Until today. The library had always been her sanctuary, a place of silence and peace. But now, standing in a corner with her hoodie torn, the one her grandmother gifted her, and her sketchbook crumpled under Tyler's shoe, the peace was shattered. "Say something," Logan laughed. "Come on, ninja girl." May slowly rose to her feet. No words, no tears, just silence. The boys expected her to crumble, to beg, or run, or cry. But she didn't. She stood with perfect stillness, a quiet storm building behind her eyes. Tula reached for her. In less than 10 seconds, everything changed. May grabbed his wrist, twisted it expertly, and dropped him to the floor in a heartbeat. Logan lunged, but she swept his legs with a graceful pivot. Dean rushed forward, only to be met with a clean palm strike to the chest that sent him stumbling into the nearest shelf. Josh stood frozen, backing away with trembling hands. Everyone else watched in stunned silence. Phones came out. Someone had recorded the whole thing. May didn't stay. She gathered her torn sketches, adjusted her glasses, and walked away silent, strong, unshaken. The video spread like wildfire. By morning, everyone at Northridge had seen it. Some laughed, some stared, but most whispered her name with a kind of awe. In the principal's office, May sat calmly as Tyler stood beside her, arm in a sling, cheeks flushed with anger and humiliation. "She attacked us," he snapped. "For no reason." The principal leaned back. "We've reviewed the footage, Tyler, from 3 different angles." "She dangerous?" The principal turned to May. "Is it true you've studied martial arts formally?" "Yes," she answered softly. "For most of my life. You could have hurt them." "I didn't," May said, looking him in the eye. "I stopped them." After a long pause, the principal nodded. "You're not in trouble. But I do have a request. We're starting a new self-defense class, and I'd like you to lead it." Tuller blinked. "You're rewarding her?" "No," the principal said. "I'm recognizing her strength." In the days that followed, things shifted. People approached May not out of fear, but out of respect. Students who had once avoided her now asked to learn from her. The self-defense class started with a few students and grew every week. May didn't teach them to fight. She taught them how to breathe, how to stand, how to see danger before it came. She showed them balance not just of the body, but of mind and heart. She taught them not to be aggressive, but aware, not loud, but firm. Tyler and his gang were suspended, given community service and mandatory counseling. When they returned weeks later, they were quieter, diminished, their power gone. May never looked for revenge. She never raised her voice. Her presence alone was now enough. One afternoon, long after class, a timid girl approached her. Nervous, eyes down. "They pushed me today in the locker room," she said. "I didn't know who else to tell." May gently smiled. "You're not alone anymore." Moral: never mistake silence for weakness. The quiet ones carry storms, and the smallest voice, when rooted in strength, can silence the loudest bullies. Strength isn't about breaking others. It's about standing for yourself and lifting those who can't stand alone.